Yo, what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy B, and today we are going to be giving you a quick highlight, and I say quick because I've already gone through just to review some of the kingdoms for the top G2 group ahead of final zone opening. We're going to give you, I believe this is the day 4 update on how the zone 3s are playing out and what some of the expected final zone matchups may be if things stay the way that they are. Again, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 to 11 KvKs out of the G2 pool, which includes most of the strongest kingdoms in the game. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you throw us off, because that helps out a lot. Thanks. Okay, starting with 6045. This is the number 1 KvK group, right? Remembering that we have here, it's Echo, NTS, 25IW. They're going up against WB, EIS, and Rage. Now, for this, there's really only one zone for the most part that we are really going to be taking a look at here, and that is going to be the Yao Kuang, and this is the NTS Rage. So over here, from what, hang on, zone 2, got to remember where I'm at now. And this is mainly because at the moment, everyone is anticipated to make it into the final zone. There's no one that's being drastically cut off. This is the only action that's really happening here. So the only thing that really could happen at this point is if Rage is able to break through NTS and then they end up capturing level 4 pass and work their way up here. Do we think that's going to happen across the next 2-ish days, given where things are right now, day 4 into zone 3? Probably not, right? If I was a betting-ish man. All right, let's go to 6046. Now for this matchup, and again, number 1 KvK, right, we're talking about 160 billion power. Next one's going to be 6046. For this one, it is I was going to say BFF, RFF, BTX, MFD. They're going up against A2G, ROG, and WAO. Now, this matchup is estimated about 135 or so billion power. For this one, there are 2 zones we're going to be taking a look at. The first one is going to be Longchu, where we are right now. This is A2G versus BTX. Now, BTX has pretty much won this. As you can see here, if we go over, you can see where BTX is in the purple, right? This is them coming into the zone 2 from their zone 1 and then working their way up to the level 4 pass. Coming out, you can see A2G is here, right? Level 3 passes. This is their zone 1. Looks like they've also extended over here. However, they've won this. So at the moment, if you're looking at this, A2G has been pretty much kicked out of zone 3, right? Because they are halted at the level 3 passes. If we then go to the next one, this is going to be Chi-Lin, and this is WAO and RFF. And I think Chi-Lin is actually over here. Yes, I have to remember these now because we're in zone 3. So for this one, not like there's really anything for the most part going on, right? It's just that WAO has captured level 4 pass, and I don't know if there's any action. There are some people here at the gate, but they really haven't made it past, right? So at the moment, with how things stand, this is looking to be a 3v2 minus A2G, right? Now, A2G has made their way, where am I looking at here? At the choke for MFD, but nothing is really happening kind of here in the zone 2, maybe, if they're able to work their way up. But at the moment, that's how things stand. So if they are basically locked out of zone 3, it is going to be a 3v2, right, going in favor of the BTX team. All right, let's go to 6047. For this one, we are going to end up having, again, this is Apex, RAC, FWY, going up against 30 NA, 21 SW, and NWE, right? This KvK group comes out to about 120 billion power. For this one, pretty straightforward. Everyone's making it in right now. So this, again, and I'm a fan of this, right? I want to say I am really excited. At least 2 out of the 3 top KvK groups are having up to all the kingdoms make it in, right? Despite the second, number 2 strongest KvK group with 5 out of 6, right? It doesn't mean that A2G won't be able to participate, right? They'll still be able to fight, just not in the FZ, at least at the moment of opening. But in this group, for number 3, they are going to be able to have everyone make it into the FZ, right, as things stand at the moment. So again, I'm happy for that because I think that generates a lot more hype and excitement. Let's get to 6048. Now for this group, we have OMG, 3-3 or Sleepy Eyes, IWV, they're going up against FG, GG, and K211. Now this group comes out to about 110 billion power. In this one, there's two areas of interest that we're going to look at, right? The first one is going to be Chiyu-ku, which is, I think here. Yeah, Ku, there we go. And for this one, it's OMG versus FG. Now, OMG has made it a little past the level 4 pass up here on the northwestern or northern level 4 pass coming into the zone 3 from the zone 2. You can see here, zooming in, right there in the purple. Other team is in the red. Again, OMG has made it a bit of the ways. You can see they even have a flag. I think this is theirs that's going down right now, right? There is still some action happening. Looks like they're also working down this flag too as well. But they haven't made it to at least the level 5 pass that's on this side, right? They, of course, are already over here. So there's nothing really to worry about. So there's some light action still happening. Then we're going to take a look at Taoyuan. And I think that is, I have to remember my parts here. Yeah. So this is the other zone 3. Now, in this zone 3, 3-3 was going up against GG. 3-3 1, right? Because you could see here with level 3 passes. Bam, right? That's GG. You can see push back to the level 3 pass. That's their zone 1. So they were able to invade from the zone 2, winning out that fight, coming to the zone 3, do that. But GG was able to build over here. If I click on one of these, you could see. So again, at the moment, all kingdoms are anticipated / expected to make it into the FZ. I'm excited. Let's go to 6049, right? This is the number 4 KvK. So we got 8, 49. Oh, wait. 45, 46, 47, 48. Sorry, this is the number 5 KvK. So we're at 3 out of 4. Is that right? Or am I super tripping right now? Hang on. Let me just make sure I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Everyone. Okay, yeah. I'm good. Okay, yeah. So 3 out of the top 4 groups are making it. Why was I thinking that I totally missed someone? Ooh, did I miss 47? Because I don't know if I... No, I did. That was just a really quick one. Okay, yeah. Just having a moment. That's all right. Leave me be. 49. This is... I know. I'm awesome. So this is the 1v2v3 KvK. Right, this is the number 5 KvK group. This is WGL Solo, ED, and then ED NXW is a pair of 2. And the team of 3 is TFS, BNR, and OO or Squiggly Eyes. So how are things playing out here? Well, in short, I believe it's every kingdom here at the moment. Oh, sorry. With the exception of WGL, who is at the moment not going to make it. I don't know why I said every kingdom. Well, I guess I should have said every kingdom. Yeah, we'll say 5 out of 6 kingdoms making it to FZ. Yeah. So basically the 2 teams, the 1 team of 2 and the 1 team of 3 is making it. But let's take a look at the areas. So we're going to look at Taoyuan first, which is where we are. This is NXW. And they're going up against, where is it? Where am I looking at, right? This was the middle here, right? So it's NXW, and then you have OO that was coming in as well. So you can see NXW here coming in from the northern level 4 pass in the zone 3, right from the zone 2 that they won out. This is when they were fighting against WGL, right? Because WGL's over here. This is their zone 3. You can see they pretty much have been pushed back at this point. And then you have on the other side, how far to, I think this is Squiggly Eyes. Right? So, which I don't know why I have this there. Let's do it like that. Fantastic. So again, but they're on opposite teams. So I imagine they're kind of working their way over here from what you can see. WGL's kind of by themselves, but for some reason, like they're not pushing up anymore. So I wonder if they're just okay with NXW making it to the FZ or something, or maybe it's just that WGL's now applying, and this is interesting because now WGL is attacking OO. So I almost wonder if, like, is WGL saying, listen, we're just not going to go after NXW anymore? Right? Because, I mean, the thing is, like, they're still working. It's just, I'm going to be honest, man. Like, it just, I don't understand the solo thing. I still don't from the WGL side, right? Like, I know there was the whole thing that happened in the beginning. And despite how things end up going and what maybe the overall numbers will be, you know, you can still make the argument that they could have had at least something of a 3v3, regardless of how good or not good you feel about it going into the final zone. So for me, that could have been one thing to look at. But listen, if all of a sudden they're going to start attacking OO in zone 2, and maybe that alleviates some pressure for NXW, and maybe NXW decides, listen, why don't you go ahead and just start building up here and we'll like work you in on this pass or maybe over here. I mean, there's options. Again, I don't know what the relationship is, how strained it might be or not, if there's anything that's recuperable or recoverable. We'll see. Aside from that, the only other area is going to be Qilin, which I think is, where am I going? I think it's up here. So no, that's Tiny. Qilin's up here. So this is TFS and NXW. Now, NXW already has access to level 5 pass, so they don't really have to worry about this Zone 3, but TFS is pushing them back here, and they're probably going to end up having this pretty soonish. You can see here, right, this 4 minutes left on that flag. They got 1, 2, 3, and then they're at, or basically 2 more flags, right, and then they're at the fort. So at that point, that's where we stand, right? So essentially 5 out of 6 kingdoms are planning to make it in, right, despite what happens with WGL. All right, let's go to 60-50. Now, for this one, we got TC, IR, Lion. They're going up against GEX, WAR, and my dad. Or I should just say my family at this point. That might make it easier. They're estimated about 90 billion power for that KvK group. Now, there are... this is probably the most... I don't want to say unfortunate, but it's the most extreme KvK in the amount of basically Zone 1 locks that we have. This is the first KvK we're looking at that actually has some Zone 1 locks. So, which, you know, should tell you kind of what the anticipation or expectation is going to be for the final zone, unfortunately, on that end. However, let's start with, where am I at right now? I'm in Taoyuan. We'll start here. So, this is TC versus WER. Now, WER is at the level 4 pass. You could see that down here where they have. Now, they've made it in a little bit, but nothing massive. There still is action that's going on right now, which is great to see, of course. But they've only pushed a couple flags in currently. Next one we're going to take a look is Lingsu. And this is going to be, where am I going? Lingsu, here we go. So this is the first one that is close to, basically from what I consider a Zone 1 lock, of not very close to one. So this is DAD and WER versus IR. And that's because this is IR zone. So on one side, you have WER who's pushing in from the east. Hi. Here comes it. Come on. Oh, did you just wake up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just woke up? All right, there's my kiddos. So we got WER who's pushing in, again, from the southeastern level 4 pass. And then we have up here on the northwest, right, it's my mom who's pushing in right now. And then I think dad and the kiddos are following behind. But this is IR in the middle, and then you can see the Zone 2, right? So they're out of the Zone 2. They haven't really gone in here. WR has locked them in here, and then they got a couple flags. That's why I say it's pretty much a Zone 1 lock. But despite that, they do not have level 5 pass access. The next one is going to be Qilin, which is, I think, up here northeast. So for this one, this is Lion versus GEX. Now, currently, right, you can see GEX here. This is their Zone 1, level 3 passes coming into the Zone 3. On the northwestern side, it's Lion. And then over here, it's TC. TC, Lion, same team. You can see they're locked here on level 3 passes. Level 2 pass, they're locked. Come over here, level 2, they're locked. So they are pretty much exactly Zone 1 locked, right? So the final zone right now for this KvK in 60-50 is looking to be a 3v1, right? So let's go to 60-51, which is going to be the next. So in 60-51, it's BB. Oops, hang on. Let's do a little zoomy zoom out here. So it's BB, X, Seal. They're going up against RK, GNR, LXV. Now, this group is estimated about high 80s, 86, 87 billion power, at least, again, pre-Zone 2. Now, there's one area we're going to look at is going to be Taoyuan. Now, oops, hang on. I passed that. Taoyuan's right here. For this one, it is going to be GNR, RK versus BB. Now, BB, again, if you already kind of catching the drift here, this is their Zone 1, right? Level 3 passes, they're coming in. You can see they have been locked. There is some action over here that you just saw a little bit of, right? A couple passes here where they're trying to go, a couple flags trying to go into RK. Over here on the Zone 2s, they're pretty much locked. So at the moment, this is looking to be a 3v2 with 5 out of 6 kingdoms making it into the final zone. Now, yes, there is some areas over here. Oopsies, let's pick that up, sweetie. That's okay. But they are getting, I don't know if the passes are still going to get pushed over here for some reason. They were moving over here. I think this is GNR from what I was looking at. But again, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is there because GNR and BB are on different teams. So my anticipation is they don't want them to have access to this, but because they have some cities here, but is this enough territory for them to really like do a lot with? Maybe they're just going to work it down eventually, and they're just waiting to get some more resources. We'll see. Going to the next one. This is going to be 60-52. Now, in 52, very straightforward here, which is nice. So for this one, it is 14 BS. Ooh, they're still going at it? Cool. We can watch that a little bit for a sec. So it's 14 BS, SHPZ 1-up. They're going up against FSK, FA, and HD. Now, they're at around 85, 86 billion power, pre-zone 2. Pretty simple. Everyone's making it into the final zone here. Every kingdom, no one's been zone locked. No one has been denied level 5 pass access. Everyone's going to make it in. Let's go to 60-53. If I can click on the view button. 60-53. We are going to be taking a look at the matchup here. And this one is going to be BEK, AVIC, Sura. They're going up against -FU, SNIX, and RNW. They're estimated about 66, 67 billion power pre-zone 2 for this KvK group. Now, there is 2 areas we're going to look at, even though they are kind of lightish in their own right. So the first one is going to be Chiuku, I think is the first one. Yes, that or Lungchu, whichever one I see first, which is here. So Lungchu for this one, this is going to be -FU versus Sura. Now, Sura has invaded from the eastern level 4 pass here, and you can see they are now at the bridge. At the moment, -FU still has their territory. They really haven't been denied anything as far as level 5 pass access goes. I think they just got done building this level 6 ore mine from what I was looking at earlier, but this is where they're at, right? They're kind of at these bridge chokes currently, and they do have access to level 5 pass, but again, Sura has been able to push in decently, so we'll see how that plays out. Next one here is going to be Chuku. Where am I going in? Yes, right here. I think this is it. Chuku, yes. So for this one, it's BEK versus SNIX. Now, SNIX has done kind of a light invade over here, right? This is them coming from the southwestern level 4 pass, but they haven't pushed up that much farther to kind of like deny anything at the moment. I don't think that there's any towers that are being destroyed. So currently everyone is making it into the FZ as long as things hold out the way that they currently stand. Let's look at 60-54. Thank you, sweetie. So looking here, we end up having a matchup for 60-54. This is going to be LAW, 05DK, GRZ. They're going up against Fate, SG97, and Bear. Now, thank you. For this one, it's about 70 billion power that they have. And we're going to be looking at 3 zones here. So, for this one, we have Taoyuan. Let me see here. Oh, thank you for telling me the secret. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, where am I looking? Taoyuan. So, this is Law. They're going up against SG97 and Bear. Nice. Now, for this one, LAW is losing some ground. Again, if you're kind of getting the drift here, this is their zone 1, and they are coming into the zone 3. Getting double teamed essentially is what's happening. So here at the moment, Law does not have any level 5 pass access, and if they keep getting pushed out, you can see some territories already been removed here and here. And again, it's kind of a sandwich that just is not the best of the situations in this case. Next one here is going to be Ling Su. I think that's over here. So this one is going to be GRZ versus Fate. Now, GRZ is just at the level 4 pass. There's nothing really massive going on here. There's no action, at least from what I was looking at previously, but they are there. The next one's going to be Tanyan, yes, and it's over here. So we have SG97. They're at the 05DK level 4 pass, and that's pretty much it as well. So at the moment, the final zone is expected to be a 3v2 if things stay the way they are with Law being denied level 5 pass access. Last group, we're going to take a look at 60-55. Now, this is the 2v4 group, right? This is IVKG. They're going up against DK, S2AK, RP, and 262. Now, we did talk a little bit about this KvK yesterday when we were talking about some of the KvK hurdles and challenges with farm accounts and alliance shells. However, when we look at the actual matchup, there are mainly 2 zones we're going to be taking a look at. Taoyuan, which is here, and this is 262 versus I. Now, at the moment, 262 does not have a level 5 pass access. I has come in to invade. They have not been able to make it over here to the other level 4 pass, where you can see a little bit of 262, and then nothing really kind of over here, at least on this area, when it comes to, I think 262 is over here, but they haven't. Oh, hang on, F2, never mind. Maybe they are going to get it. Excuse me, hang on, I got to see. It's 262. Do they have an alliance called F? Oh, they do. Interesting. Wait, hang on. No. Lied. I lied. So it looks like they're still, let me see, are they still building them to try and get that? Oh, they are. So, oh no, that's a repair. So it looks like maybe they're trying to work their way over then. So at the moment, but currently, I can at least say they don't have a level 5 pass access at the moment. But it looks like if things stay the way they will, can they get there in 2 days? Possibly. Now, again, then the other side is going to be the VKG, right? So we saw this yesterday. VKG is going up against RP. Was it RP or FP? Where's the R over here? I thought there was one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Just a different shell that's being used over here on the choke. Now, they were able to get a Bastion down from VKG. I think they're working on a flag, or I thought they were. They did a little bit, I guess, there. But there's still some action going on. They're still trying to work their way around that kind of curved canyon choke there. So at the moment, it's looking like a 3v2 in the FZ. You want to come down? Okay. Shaboom. Okay. Be careful. You got it. Love you lots. With that in mind, that pretty much sums us up. So it's good timing. So we're going to be a 3v2 is the expected. If they make it there in 2 days, then it's probably going to be a 4v2, unless for some reason VKG is going to be able to keep pushing. The only other thing I can really do in this case would be if they wanted to try and push in from the level 3 pass and do something here against what is it, S2AK. So we'll see how things play out. That is it for me. I would love to hear what you guys think. I will say this in conclusion is that the nice thing is that a lot of these KvKs are expected and anticipated to have either 5 out of 6 for a few, with at least half, it seems like everyone is, or a little over half. And then obviously I think there's 2 or 3 that, you know, are not, that are having less than 5. So thankfully the majority of them are 5 or more, with at least half of them being everyone is going to be able to make it to the final zone. So for me, that's always one of the things I love to see. And I'd love to hear from you guys on how your KvK is playing out. Are you excited, depending on how many kingdoms are going to be making it in, right? What are you going to be looking forward to the most? Or if your season is maybe not going to be having equal sides going into the FZ, are you just going to be hoping for as much PvP as you can possibly get before things end up quieting down? Let us know what you think down there below. That's it for me. As always, until next time, I'll catch you later.